Line's good.
Never on.
Close.
Hard. Please.
Come on, Brent. Line's good. Got real close. The hair high, right? Try and hit 2/3.
Have they saved it for her? Yes, they have.
Ooh, welcome to Game of Stones, everybody. I am Sean Graham. Scott. Alongside, as always, hello, Scott.
Sean, it's nice to see you. It's been a minute since we've spoken a lot about curling, so happy to be back here, talk about what's happening in the world of curling. And it's dark outside. It's getting dark super early.
Before 7 o'clock here in Ottawa now, Scott.
Crazy, man. I gotta leave the light on my porch on when I leave, because I might come back in the dark and not be able to find my way home. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Yeah,
the other night I was down here in my office where I record, and I came down right after work. So, 6:15, 6:30 or something.
Yeah.
And I hadn't turned any of the lights on upstairs because it was a bright, beautiful day.
Sure.
And I was down here for, an hour and a half, went upstairs and couldn't see anything. Scary.
One of my favorite jokes in How I Met Your Mother is that Canadians are afraid of being in the dark.
Well, nobody loves the dark.
Well, nobody loves the dark. I say that a lot when it's what are you afraid? Nobody likes it.
Yeah. So, that time of year, we did take last week off. How did you spend your time, Scott?
I celebrated privately,
of
but
course, yes.
No, I was super busy. It's been a really busy time here at home and at work. And I just needed a little extra time, to charge my batteries. We talked in our last episode about, ranking how excited we were. And we're going to talk a little bit about the first Grand Slam of the year, which kicked off this week. And I think my word for it was or what?
Yep.
So, taking the time now to charge up those batteries is really good, because it will get us, rested and relaxed for the real stretch, which comes in the next couple months.
Yeah. As we look ahead to an Olympic year, it should be a lot of fun. Of course, though, Scott, as you said, the Grand Slam of Curling has kicked off its inaugural event of the 2025 season. Scott, without looking, do you currently have it up?
I just opened it.
Oh, shoot. I was going to ask if you knew which one it was without looking.
Oh, I did know it was the Masters because I was looking at some stuff about it online today.
Okay. Yes. The social media push has been strong here in late September out at this first Grand Slam of Curling in beautiful London, Ontario. We're not going to get too much into any of the specifics because as we record this, games are being played. So by the time this comes out, things will look different as we take a look at the standings. But Scott, what stands out to you so far? Big picture from this event so far.
So big picture so far is the Tirinzoni and Homan both undefeated, sort of on a roll like you'd expect. Looking at the bottom of the table, we're seeing a lot of the Asian teams down there right now, which is a little unexpected. But it's early in the year. Everybody's getting their legs under them. At the tier 2 events, Scotty Mubrick still undefeated. They won the under 25. So carrying a lot of momentum into this event. It'll be good to see how it goes, but that's a pretty loaded field on the men's side there. I believe that's Kevin Cooey in the tier 2 event. So
indeed it is.
That is going to be a tough road to hoe for whoever comes through there. John Schuster's there. Kyle Waddell, Reed Carruthers, Team Casper from the US. So really good field. So on the men's side in tier A, not a lot of surprises, except that I think I saw Team Gushue had lost.
Yeah, Team Gushue, as we speak, are 1 and 2.
Yeah, so that's a little bit surprising, but Returnes had a big win against Gushue, I think. So sitting up there at the top, that's where they want to be. We talked about Team Italy sort of setting the tone this fall after having a pretty disappointing, by their standards, year last year. So that's what I'm looking to see, is sort of how the teams come into this event and then how they build on it at the start of the next event.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't take the results of these too seriously here in September. Here, the points bet, like, I mean, it's all well and good. Like, you want to win. Winning is better than losing, but I don't think it's necessarily a harbinger of things to come. But we will talk about that in an episode at some point this fall, how important these results are relative to looking ahead. So the specifics, I'm not too concerned about. Rylan Kleider made a really weird spinner shot yesterday, which was kind of cool to see. It's a fun highlight. One thing that did stand out, Scott, we did not talk about this in terms of the format, what we're looking forward to this year. There are no more extra ends at the Grand Slam of Curling. They are doing a points system. So if you win the game in 8 ends or less, you get 3 points. If it's tied after 8, we're going to a draw to the button shootout, but it is like soccer rules, or what I think are soccer rules in some leagues, where if you win, you get 2 points and the team that loses gets 1 point. And I think this will help eliminate potentially some of the tiebreakers, things like that. But no more extra end, not purely win-loss. You kind of have to look at points now. This is what the NHL should have done a very long time ago in terms of having all the games equal the same number of points, but, whatever. So here we are at the Grand Slam. I believe Rachel Homan was the first to win a game in this fashion yesterday. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I understand why you don't want to have an extra end. There's a lot of challenges logistically with having extra ends. Points, that I kind of struggle with a little bit, but I get it at the same time. So I'll just have to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense because winning a game on a draw to the button is not the same as, winning a game 10-0, right?
Right.
And you're right. The NHL should have gone to this a long time ago, because you've got a dynamic amount of points available each season, which throws everything all askew. And the President's Trophy winner has this many points, and nobody's ever had that many points before. Well, okay, but they played in a bunch of overtime games that they won, and they wouldn't have had the chance for that many points, right, or that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't mind it, especially for an event like this, if it helps break ties at the end. If we're not going to all these teams were 2-2, but at least there's something to separate the wins, big wins, from the close wins.
Well, the extra end wins. Like if you score 2 in the last end and win 6-5, it's still worth 3 points.
Yes, true.
Yeah, true. So yeah. So again, it's a nice little wrinkle. I like that they try stuff at the Grand Slam. Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. This one, I'm curious to see how it works, but I will never criticize them for trying things.
No, always try, and that's what the Grand Slam is definitely best at, and probably most known for.
Yes. So that is going on out there in London. Of course, the Tier 2, Scott talked about that. Those finals will shift over into the arena as we get into the weekend. So they're not being played in the arena right now, but they will be there over the weekend. So hopefully we get some good games and they get some TV time as well. And it's not just, here's a shot during the final and we'll show you out of the 8-end game, we'll show you 3 shots. Hopefully it's not that. And they get a little bit of a do on the Tier 2 side.
Yeah. And I wanted to talk to Sean because it's not only the Tier 1 and the Tier 2, but it's also the Grand Slam Wheelchair Invitational, the first one that's taken place. So right now there's Team Canada Red, Team Canada White, Italy and Great Britain that are taking part in this event. And it's Team Canada Red with 3 wins and no losses. The rest of them have all split against each other and have 1 and 2 records. So Canada Red is Mark Idison skipping that team with John Thurston, Ina Forrest, and Kalinda Joseph.
It's an impressive start.
Yeah, so pretty fun there. And glad to see them incorporating the wheelchair games into the Grand Slam event.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just say, Scott, too, that you mentioned Canada Red is 3-0. 2 of those wins are by 1 point. They beat Great Britain 8-7 and Italy 7-6. So while they are at the top of the table, hasn't been easy going for them to this point.
Do they have point system for this?
I'm not seeing it. I'm just seeing straight up win-loss.
Okay.
So there you go. They make them play the full end.
Interesting.
Or at least I'm not seeing it in the standings. There's no line for points, and I'm not seeing a rules thing here about points.
Okay.
So there you go. So all those are going on. Those games will also shift over to the arena that's currently being played at the KW Granite Club over in Waterloo. Will shift over to London at the Western Fair Sports Center over the course of the weekend. That's not far, but that's not that close either.
Yeah, it's not that far.
No, but I mean, there's multiple clubs in London.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, good. Good that they'll get some coverage here on the weekend. I kind of hope they do like around the rings coverage for like a final and have like the wheelchair final. Actually, have all 4 finals. They won't do this. Have all 4 finals at the same time. Do around the rinks, men's, women's. Oh no, you can still have 2 sessions. Okay, men's tier 1 final, men's tier 2 final, wheelchair like 3v4 game.
Yeah,
like consolation game. Women's tier 1 final, women's tier 2 final, wheelchair championship game. Around the rings coverage. 2 draws, 6 games.
There you go. 2 draws. That's what they want for TV.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
Nick, are you listening, Nick?
Make it happen. We've come up with good ideas before. Well, here's another one.
There's another good one. It's a very good one.
Yeah. All right, Scott. So that's what's going on in the Grand Slam of curling. But as the curling season has kicked off out there in London and in KW, wanted to see about how maybe we could, improve the show, see about what we do on the show, what trends do we have. Athletes always talk about how important it is to watch the tape, see what you're doing out there, and do some scouting. Got to watch that tape. And even though we do the show, we don't always listen to it. So we thought we should maybe listen to our own tape a little bit. And by listen to our own tape, we mean have the AI overlords listen to the tape and come up with some info. So Scott, you love AI, or at least are more interested in AI than I am. And you've done some stuff.
I've done some stuff. This has been my project over the last few weeks. Part of the reason we didn't record last week was because this has taken a lot longer than I thought it would. But what I've done, Sean, do you know how many episodes we've done? We released the first one in 2018, January.
Yep. I do remember that. It was the Scotty's preview.
And what is it today? The 25th of September.
Yeah.
So now everybody can know when you put this out. So, not including last week, I was able to find on our RSS feed, 373 episodes of Game of Stones.
Okay.
Is that more or less than you thought?
That's, I think, about right, because that's around just under 50 a year.
Yeah.
So, we go pretty much weekly. We did do that stretch where we went daily during a couple of events, but then you add on weeks off here and there, and I mean that sounds like it's in the neighborhood to me.
Yeah, and when we were all stuck at home doing for COVID, like there was nothing else to do, so we did like a lot of daily stuff. Or
Yeah. Although some of those I don't think we even post. Some of those we didn't post. Some of those we just did the live.
You're right. We did do a couple of
put on the feed.
Facebook lives, or I think we did an Instagram live. But
yeah,
so 373 audio files.
Okay. It's a lot of talking.
It's a lot of talking. Hold on a sec. I used a program to transcribe all of these episodes.
Okay.
It took a long time. And I from that process came out with 373 transcripts of each of our podcasts.
Yeah.
I was using a program, and I used the fast transcribe. I did a test. It was terrible. You couldn't tell what we were talking about at all.
Sure.
Then I said, okay, let me try the very accurate transcribe. And that was good, but it took way longer. So I would put in a batch. I could upload 50 at a time. And then that would take like 8 hours to do all 50. So anyway, it took a long time, but I managed to do that. Then what I did is I've taken all of the episode files, the transcripts, and I've uploaded them to ChatGPT. So now OpenAI knows everything that we've spoken.
Right.
Now, I talked to you before. I've only managed to get 334 in because I paid for a subscription just for this, Sean. So I'll build a company.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
It will only take like about 50 files, and then it says like wait 2 hours. Even for the one I paid for, I think that's a little rich, but whatever. I guess I could pay $200 instead of $20 and get unlimited. But I know the Wascana Group needs to manage its finances.
That's true. Yes, we're very tight with the budget here.
Yeah, so I've managed to get 334 into this sort of ChatGPT database. What it's managed to do is spit out a bit of an index for me in a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
So I can use that to, it's got the episode title, what type of episode it was, whether it's a preview, a recap, a game. There's general, there's awards. So all those kinds of things. And then a short description of what the episode is. And as I say this, ChatGPT has frozen on me because, Sean, we just simply have too much content. But I did ask it a few questions going into this show. And then I thought what we could do is together ask it some more questions and see what it spits out.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
All right. So what have you asked it already?
So the first thing I asked it was, between Scott and Sean, who has spoken more?
Oh, interesting. I would guess me just from the intros and outros, but.
Well, that would be a good guess, Sean. Yes, you have spoken about between 52 and 58% of the audio on our podcast has been you.
Okay.
I have spoken for about 40 to 46%. And this is it's guessing because not everything is. Sorry?
Then there's guests too.
So guests when present, about 5 to 12% of the total.
Okay.
So as you can see, there's a range in there, and that's because not all of the tagging is perfect. I'm going to go back and fix that.
Okay. I'm surprised
Sean,
guests are that high. Like, not because we don't let them talk when we have them, just because we don't have them.
Yeah. So
much.
I think what this does is it's only taking the ones where it can actually verify that we had a guest.
Okay.
And so I'd say probably 3/4 are properly tagged, but the other ones maybe not. Now, in words, Sean, I asked it how many words we've spoken.
Yeah.
For you, it's about 750,000 to 1 million words.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
wonder if I got to 1 million already. I wonder what my millionth word was.
I wonder, was it interesting?
All right. So then you're obviously less if you're speaking at a lower percentage
mine's
of the time.
averages to about maybe around 700,000 words.
Okay.
And guests less than that.
Sure.
One thing I was interested in is how many episodes have we dedicated to movies, TV shows, or other media?
Ooh, okay.
So
that's interesting.
Based on the count.
I don't think it's that many. I'm going to say under 20.
Yeah, under 20. It counted 10 dedicated episodes.
Okay.
Those episodes were. Do you want to try to name them?
Yeah. So I'll go with curling. No, Jerry Curls.
Jerry Curls, yeah.
We have Gone Curling.
Gone Curling, yeah.
We have Men with Brooms.
Men with Brooms, yeah.
The Simpsons curling episode.
That's right.
We have, is it like, wow, what's the other NAC one called? Or not NAC, NFB. Like Curling Rocks or something?
The Roaring Game?
The Roaring Game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, what else have we done? Yeah, what else is there?
All right, I'll help you. We did Is Anything Possible? An American Curling Story.
Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, we also did the documentary. I can't remember what it was called, but the girls team in BC.
Curl Power.
Curl Power.
That's next, yes. And then it did count our 2 Men with Brooms.
Right, we did it.
As
we posted it once
ones.
at Christmas. Yeah,
we've actually posted it 3 times, so
even better.
We're maybe getting a little bit lazy with Men with Brooms, but and then the other one was the Corner Gas episode.
Oh, that's a great episode.
Yes.
Oh,
have a heart. Have a heart.
If she makes this shot, they win the game. I know that. I'm sitting right here. Yes, but maybe not everyone has been able to witness the whole game.
Very good. Very good. So another question that I had that interested me, we talk a lot about the Scotties and how it's our favorite event of the year. And so I wondered, Sean, how much of our coverage is dedicated to women's events versus men's events?
Okay.
So I asked the computer to parse through all of our events, see which ones were related to Scotties or Women's Worlds or mentioned sort of women's curling versus those that mentioned men's curling.
Okay.
Overall, it's about even.
Which I kind of makes sense. I mean, there's no more men's events than there are women's events, and we tend to cover the big ones pretty equally, I think.
Yeah, and so I think where the previews go, there was a little bit more preview work done on the women's side versus the men's, because sometimes we've sort of recapped the women and talked about the men preview in the same episode.
Yeah.
But on the daily, we did a lot more Briar coverage for that, mainly because we went to the Briar in Kingston.
Yeah, that would be the big differentiator there. Yeah.
Yeah. So since we went live every day after that, that was really the driving difference between having a little bit more of the recap focused on the men with a little bit more of the previews focused on the women's events.
Yeah,
that makes overall sense. Pretty balanced.
Yeah, and I would assume that partly the recap part would also on the women's side suffer a bit from having a joint preview with the men's, right? So it'd be the same, right? It'd be the same.
Yeah.
as well. We don't have any preview stuff on the men's because we're doing it at the same time as
As
we're
the
recapping
recap.
the women's.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. One more thing. I asked, how many episodes did we have a guest?
I'm going to guess 30.
So because we didn't have specific labeling, this is an estimate.
Okay.
But it's roughly 35 to 40 episodes with guests out of the more than 300 that we've uploaded.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
One other thing I was going to ask was who's our most frequent guest, but I haven't gotten there yet. And since they're not all labeled, I'm not sure it'll come through.
Yeah, I'm going to guess Ryan. I'm going to guess it's Ryan.
Yeah, I would say.
Right? Or Jonathan, like Rocks Across the Pond jointly is for sure.
Yeah. Because we've done those beer bed episodes.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Sean, I asked how many of our episodes have focused on inclusion and or LGBTQ plus themes. And we've got 7 directly that are full episodes dedicated to that.
Okay.
So about once a year.
Yeah.
All
right. And we didn't do one for the first 3 years.
So there you go.
So, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. We had, we had Elena Stern on. That was a really good one. Behind the scenes at the Gay Championships was another fun one.
Yeah.
So
all of the spiel, the Washington spiel.
Yeah, the glitter bomb spiel. Yeah,
that one. Yeah, we've had some good guests on too, talking about those issues. Like Andrew Paris has been on. We had Carrie Galusha. That was the same episode, the two of them.
Yeah,
we had the American women who came on. So we've had some good ones.
Definitely. I like going back and reflecting on those ones specifically. So those are the questions that I've asked so far.
Okay.
I did try to ask it how many times we've mentioned Homan. And it said only in 13 episodes. So I know there's something wrong.
Right. Because 13 is not enough.
So yeah, I'll go and tinker under the hood and see if we can get this a little more rectified.
Okay.
But are there questions that you're interested in answering? Let's see what they say.
All right. So I have a few here, and I don't know how specific or general I can be. So,
just try and we'll see.
All right. Who has won or what has won the most Stony Awards?
Okay. I'll write what has won the most Stony Awards.
Okay.
Hey, Sean, did you know I'm a fan of the Buffalo Bills? That was one thing we mentioned in the 2021 Stony Awards.
Oh, there you go.
All right. It's still thinking, I think.
Okay.
But I believe Bruce Mowat is what it's coming through. So he went through the Stony Awards. I texted you before we started, Sean. I said ChatGPT is chugging because I have inundated it with a lot of data in the last couple of days.
Sure. 1.7 million words.
Yeah, exactly. The most won Stony Award is Team of the Year. That's not what we were asking, but so I'm going to say Bruce Mowat because they've won Team of the Year, and I believe he's won Player of the Year as well.
Yeah, I think he has.
Yeah.
And probably a Shot of the Year in there at some point, and probably been involved in the Game of the Year.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Can I ask forward-thinking questions?
Let's try.
All right. Based on our analysis over the past 7 years, who will win the 2026 Olympic curling gold medals? Will that spit out an answer, do you think? Or
you know what? Since it's based on our analysis, it might. It will refuse if you ask it who's going to win the football game this weekend. It won't do it because they don't want to get sued if you bet on them and lose all your life savings, right?
Which is fair.
Okay, so good question, but I should be clear up front. I can't predict the future with certainty.
Great.
Using patterns we've identified from your catalog analysis, Stony Award winners, recent championship performances to make evidence-based projections in men's curling, women's curling.
Yeah.
That was my mistake. That was not the machine.
Okay.
Team Carrie Anderson from Switzerland or from Canada, Team Silvana Tirinzoni from Switzerland, Team Eve Muirhead from GBR.
Sure.
Would be the teams that we would probably favor most.
Okay. What an epic comeback. Even Muirhead.
But it does say, but Muirhead retired. So GB is rebuilding. So the projection is that Switzerland, Tirinzoni, are the safest bet with Canada as a contender if they can translate Scotty's dominance to global ice dominance.
Ooh, nice.
And on the men's side, based on what we've done for our analysis, is that Nicholas Edin, Bruce Mowat, and Team Gushu are probably the 3 top contenders. But it projects that Sweden is the team to beat if Edin is back. And if not, Mowat could take the top spot.
Okay.
On the mixed doubles front,
yeah,
the projection is Italy or Switzerland with Canada as a possible medal threat.
Okay. I think I agree with those analyses.
Do you want me to build this into a detailed prediction table per event?
Ooh.
Yes.
So it's going to come up with like a medal table?
I think so.
Ah.
Let's find out.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so it's got women's curling, Switzerland gold, Canada silver, Sweden bronze. For men's, Sweden gold, Great Britain silver, Canada bronze. Mixed doubles, Italy gold, Switzerland silver, Canada bronze.
Okay. Hold it. See if we can hold it to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Another one I wrote down here, Scott. I just want to ask it. Who is the greatest curling announcer? I want to see if it gets this right.
Okay, I'm going to put based on our analysis.
Because it won't do a subjective.
And include web content. So this is going to take a little bit longer because it is it's got a deep dive and go through it.
Sure.
I anticipate, Sean, that you're expecting Vic Router to be,
I hope so,
the number one answer.
Yeah.
Oh, it just said browsing for greatest announcers, including Vic Router. Now it's also navigating citations to make sure it's showing its work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because
interesting.
From teaching students, right? You want them to cite their
your work
when
making
arguments.
Yeah. If you're not showing your work, you're just, making it up.
All right. It's saying summarizing Vic Router's status. So I think that it's going to end up spitting out Vic Router.
Okay. All right. Then my last one here, Scott, that I've written down here.
Okay.
Who or which team have we picked to win the most? Of course, with every preview episode, we do make picks. I'm just curious who we have picked the most. Because in the 7 years on the women's side, we've gone through essentially 3 dynasties, if you will, between Anderson, Tirinzoni, and Homan. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's one of those 3. But I don't know, Mowat's new enough within the realm of the show. I don't know if we would have had Mowat enough on the men's side. It could be Gushu's probably the only one on the men's side who I think it could be, given that Nick Edin's been hurt a little bit here and there. So I'm kind of curious to see who we pick the most.
Okay.
And if it spits out Madalena Dupont, I will be so happy.
So it's got some preliminary results, but I'm also going to ask it to refine to create a year-by-year tally of all of our picks to win.
Okay.
So the most picked team overall. So you just laid out some of your guesses. Who would you say is the absolute best, top most picked team overall? And this isn't necessarily to win. This is to Podium or
okay.
so of the picks that we make.
I think it's got to be a Canadian team because we do more with the Scotties Briar. So I'm going to say Rachel Homan.
So that's interesting. One or both of us have picked Team Jones as a winner. Jennifer Jones is the most frequently picked team to win events.
Wow.
So it's also giving me a year-by-year tally.
Okay.
I'm going to say summarize this in a chart.
Love your charts, man.
While it's thinking about that, Sean, it did spit out Vic Router.
Yeah, nice.
The evidence and analysis for top curling announcer. Our own episodes have spotlighted Vic Router, especially Oh My, a tribute to Vic Router. And Oh My, listening to the top 10 curling calls. In those discussions, the hosts describe him as the gold standard of curling calls, analyzing famous lines like full 8 is what you need and make the final. Other files like TSN as a change in the booth highlight how difficult it will be to replace Router and recognize him as a legend.
Yeah.
From the broader curling community, Vic Router is widely known as the voice of curling. So there you go. Vic Router stands out as the greatest curling announcer. His longevity, cultural catchphrases, and the fact that multiple generations of fans grew up with his calls put him ahead of his peers.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you just need 8 foot. That's Gushu, I believe, in St. John's 2017.
That's right, Sean.
Yeah.
And we know it because he is the he is the one.
And the way he does it, like you need the 8 foot, you need the 8 foot, you need the 8 foot to be the Canadian champion as it's going in. So good. So good.
Oh yeah. Okay, Sean. So it's got most commonly picked winners.
Yeah.
So it's got 6 names here. There are 4 women and 2 men's teams on this list. And it did clarify that it is to win. So I thought it was just for podiums, but it is to win.
It's to win. Okay. So 4 women, 2 men. I'm going to say
and we know Jennifer Jones.
Jennifer Jones. Then I'll say the other 3 I said of Homan, Tirinzoni, Einarson.
So it's Homan, Einarson, and Anna Hasselberg.
Ooh, oh yeah, I pick Anna Hasselberg to win in the bold predictions episode every time.
Yeah,
so
you know what? Yes. That might be it. They might be counting those bold predictions episodes.
Yeah. And then on the men's side, I'll go with Gushu.
Gushu's right,
and I'll go with Mowat.
You know what? It's Nicodine. It's Nicodine.
Okay.
Sean Mowat really been on the scene a little bit more in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And
but those Nadine injuries, I just thought, I guess he wasn't hurt as much as I was thinking right there.
Yeah, and we did preview a lot more events in 2019 and 2020 when Adine was at his peak.
Yes, very, very true. So, all right, well, this is a fun little game, Scott. So now that you have this,
yes,
and this is all in there, we can sort of do this periodically, right? We can or have it be a weekly thing. We're just going to ask questions.
Yeah, we can have our question of the week. If any of the listeners have questions, please write into us and we can incorporate it into our episodes. We can make a little segment.
Yeah. I'll create a little sound tag for it.
Yeah, well, you know what? We could ask ChatGPT to create us a sound tag using our voices. It doesn't have the audio files, but we could figure something out. To create a little tag for it. Yeah, a little stinger.
I like it. All right. So if there's anything you want us to ask AI about the show, it's getting very meta. Let us know. Email in. Let us know what you would want us to ask it. And of course, to hear that little segment and everything else we got coming up in what will be a very, very busy curling season. Do subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, like, rate, comment, all that good stuff. Helps other people find the show, keeps us growing. Head on over to GameOfThronesPod.com. All past episodes are there under the episodes tab. You can also find a link to the merch. And we're on the socials, kind of, at Game of Stones Pod, Game of Stones Podcast on Facebook. Scott, the curling season is here. People are on the ice right now.
They are.
And not just the pros. Another member of my household has already played 2 games. Wow. And, it's here.
It's here, Sean. I just thought, where's my curling stuff? Because we play Monday.
We do play Monday.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I definitely forgot that, but okay. I'll find it.
Yeah, you're going to need that.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. And there is curling ice available this week, right?
Yeah,
think I
first
saw an
come,
email
first
about
serve practice ice.
Sweet.
So, if you're there at lunchtime, you can say hi to Glenn for me.
Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good.
So there you go. So the season is starting. Just a quick shout out to Kate. She emailed on the World Wheelchair Championships. It was very fun, Scott. She emailed as she was listening to let us know no World Wheelchair Championships during Olympic seasons, and then sent another one like 10 minutes later.
That's it.
7 minutes later, saying that, I emailed while I was listening, and then you guys figured it out.
Nice.
So I thought that was fun. So thanks, Kate, for that, keeping us honest on the World Wheelchair Curling Championship, which will not take place this season. And for everyone who writes in, I am the worst at writing back, but I do read them. And so if you write in, thank you so much for doing that. We really do appreciate it. I'm going to try to incorporate them into the episodes and to write back to people too, because they've taken the time to write to us. I should write them back.
That's a good call, Sean. I agree.
All right. And with that, maybe I'll do that right now.
Hey.
So with that, we'll say thanks so much for listening, everybody. We'll be back with you again next week. But until then, keep those brooms on the ice and don't dump that insert.
Make the final.